Alright, so this is a 2016 450FX, which is we're gonna completely rebuild from ground up, and we're gonna make it even better than the modern bikes. But before we do that, we're gonna do a first ride impression. Well, as you can see, we have a different kind of animal out here today. Well, 450 time. I already know I don't like the engine braking on it. It's just so weird. When I let the throttle go, I always feel like I want to fly over the handlebar. It's just, luckily, there is, I think the engine tuner can fix that problem by having a less engine brake. That would be awesome. Other than that, this bike is quite funny. The rear tire, regular MX 8 years old tire, and it's not really suit for this condition, but this engine has a lot of power, so it can compensate that. So we should be good on that. This is my first time riding it out here, and the only reason why I'm riding it because before I want to take it apart, I want to make sure the engine functioning properly. I don't want to put the engine back in and there is something not gonna work on it. So that's the whole purpose of this riding. And of course a little feel about this engine and the bike overall. I had a 22 350 KTM factory bike, and I didn't like the power what that bike had. I always, just something was wrong with it, like force power wise. It was a brand new bike, so it had a problem from the factory. I just didn't like the lack of power and the linear power. This one has a linear power too, but it also has excitement because when you take off, it gives you a big hit right away, instant hit. So that's a big help for its excitement. The sand is quite deep. What a weird feeling. I don't even need to hit the brake. The engine braking does itself. Woo! It turns so good. Really gotta get used to it. The front suspension is a piece of crap. It's not set up, and the oil needs to be changed for sure. I can feel it. It's like try to bottoming out all the time. The rear one works okay, but the front is just not there. The engine is revs up so quickly. Let's just go after the big place. I'm so used to, for the YZ, the high revving, but this engine, it just ends so quickly. I need to change gears. So weird. I'm not gonna go that fast as I normally go because the front suspension is pretty bad. That instant torque just straightened the bike out so quickly. I almost went through the turn. .450 power. kinda like the power. And I know I can rip the crap out of it. It's not gonna go bad. It's hard to believe, but I like it, even the way it is. I'm so cautious with it, but the engine is super fun. I don't know, I mean, they just probably nailed it, like give you that instant hit, and it's smooth. The XC does that, the F doesn't from the factory. So only the XC, I mean only the FX does the smooth power delivery through the power range, but it still moves you very fast and also gives you that instant hit. I like that, and that's exactly what we need, because that way I don't need to clutch to take off. You know, I just give a little gas and it works the same way as I clutch on the two-stroke, you know, after a turn to get it going. Awesome. The gas in this bike is more than 5 years old, so I put a little 110 in it. So there is still a little room to improve. The filter is still the old one in there. I haven't changed it out. I only did change the oil and put some lubricant on the chain. Come on, man. This bike is just something else. I would never thought in a million years I would like a 450. You know, I mean, I was always scared from it because it's 450. You know what that means. But this bike just works really good. I really like the power. Only thing I have problem with is the engine braking. It's not as bad as my 350 had. Whew. It's just so there. Suspension is so bad. I'm bouncing all over. Whew. Almost. That was a good save. What a bike this is. Sometimes I feel like the rear not even in line with the front. That's how freaking bad is the suspension set up right now. Wow. What was that? Baby girl. What was that? Who asked you to stop?